Hello and welcome to Biofood Tech Coach YouTube channel. My name is Sidoni. If this is your first time to stop by, kindly please subscribe, like and comment so that you can be notified on my next content. And if you are returning, I appreciate you for coming back. Today I have a beautiful guest with me today, so I will not be doing a lot of talking and she will be doing for us. And I would love her to introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Noorun Nisa. Very happy to be on Biofood Tech Coach. Thank you, Sidoni, for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm a food technologist working as a food safety auditor for the past 6 or 7 years. I did my Bachelor of Technology at CPUT in Belleville, and I'm very happy to be here today.
Thank you, Noorun, for coming today.
Thank you so much.
Noorun, I met you in 2012. At that time, I was a lab assistant and you were doing your in-service training. And now you have a long-term experience in the food industry. You are even an auditor. So as you know, my channel is a knowledge share platform and I believe a lot of people can learn from you. So I've prepared few questions for you that I would like to ask you today so that you can share knowledge with other people. My first question is, how long did it take you to find the in-service training?
Well, Sidoni, I must say I was one of the lucky ones. We had an amazing lecturer at the university that I was studying at, and she arranged it for all of us. So basically, we just gave her our CVs, and she selected different companies for the different students. And she'd ask you if it's a fit for you, if you're interested in that company or not. So I think I was really lucky in terms of that. But obviously, there's advantages and disadvantages.
Wow, I have to say she was one of the lucky one. And I'm sure this is not the experience for everyone, but let's say Noorun was the lucky one. So my second question is, what advice can you give to students who are currently searching for in-service training?
I think as a student, one can get very caught up in what you're currently studying and what's going on with your studies, to a point that we forget that the decisions that you're making now as a student is what's going to determine your future. Because the experience that you're going to make in your in-service training, it's kind of going to direct you in the field that you're going to eventually end up in. So as advice, I'd say to them, look for something that is specific to what you actually want to end up doing and try and pursue that field.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that information. So the 3 key points, which are the 3 key points that help you as an individual to actually make your internship successful?
Well, Sidoni, you knew me back then. You knew me as a student and I was basically working underneath you. You really mentored me back then. Thank you for that.
You are welcome.
But I think we're both laughing for the same reason. I was always quite stubborn and opinionated, and I think as a student I had to learn during my in-service to basically, you know, it's not so much about what you're thinking in that moment and what you're feeling and the idea that you've got how you think things should go. Just follow the instruction. Trust that there is a system in place that is trying to lead you in a good direction. And the more you get the exposure that the people that are in charge, the more that you get the exposure that you're giving you, the better for you, because it's building experience for you. I mean, if they say mop the floor, mop the floor.
Anyway, mopping the floor is one of the good laboratory practices, and Noorun was doing a service training as a lab in the lab. So mopping the floor was one of requirement in the food industry to maintain a good hygiene.
Yeah, and I mean, I think if you look back at it now, people that know me professionally from work, if they had to think of me mopping back then as a student, it doesn't add up. But I mean, you start somewhere, and that's what develops you. And one day when you've got a student working under you, you'll laugh about the same thing.
So are you still in touch with most of the people that you worked with at internship level?
I'm in touch with the people that really made an impact. People like you, for example. And I must say, back then we weren't what I would call friends. we were very professional at work to a point that I'd curse you behind your back. But I mean, as you grow, you realize what an impact these people had on your life. Over the years, we actually became quite good friends. And even with the rest, those that actually made an impact in your life. And it's good to remain friends with them.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
So do you think, can you advise other students who are currently doing in-service training to actually keep in touch with people that they're working with in the food industry?
Definitely, without a doubt. And it will help you in terms of references in the future. When you're looking for something, or you might even work in a completely different field, but you might need those people's expertise in something. And you can always fall back on them or get in touch to look for job opportunities, growth opportunities. I mean, I never thought I'd be doing an interview about my in-service training, but people always push you to do more than what you think you're capable of.
Well, Noorun, thank you so much for actually preparing this platform for us to be sitting right here and shooting the content for today. And also thank you for just giving time, because I know you are a mom and you've been working the whole week, so it's not easy to just make time. So thank you for making time for Biofood Tech Coach YouTube channel. And I have to commend you. You've done so well for yourself, and you must keep it up as well.
Thank you so much, Sidonia. It was an absolute pleasure, and I really hope that your content does help students that are searching.
Thank you.